Previously on Hardcore Hotline.
The tribe of Extreme has risen again, and tonight on ECW Hardcore Hotline, we crown two brand new world champions.
Welcome to ECW Hardcore Hotline. I'm your narrator of violence, Phoenix Nitro, here to be your tour guide into the land of extreme. On tonight's episode of ECW Hardcore Hotline, the World Television Championship tournament begins. We have two huge tournament matchups. Dirty Dominik Mysterio battles Ilja Dragunov, and the colossal Bronson Reed faces off with Chad Gable. Also on tonight's episode, we'll have tag team action as DIY goes up against the full-blooded Italians. However, before all that, Becky Lynch is out for redemption as she looks to defeat the woman who tapped her out last week, Candice LeRae. I'm getting word that Becky Lynch is headed to the ring, so let's cut to the ECW arena right now. After what happened on the debut edition of Hardcore Hotline, this woman right here is out for redemption. The man, Becky Lynch, has been all around the world as one of the best wrestlers in the entire planet. She has gone coast to coast, country to country, proving why she is the man of professional wrestling. And last week in that Gauntlet Eliminator, Becky Lynch tapped out to Candice LeRae in what is quite honestly the shocker of the night. Everyone's been talking about it. Becky Lynch tonight goes one-on-one with Candice LeRae, and she gets the chance to right the wrongs of last week. But the question remains, can she do it? Can Becky Lynch overcome the woman that tapped her out just 7 days ago? If there was anybody I'd put my money on, it is Becky Lynch. But after you're losing to someone just mere days ago, you have to wonder what the psyche's going to be like for Becky Lynch. And of course, it was Candice LeRae who did the unthinkable, who tapped out the man, Becky Lynch. Whoa, 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 look at that shirt. Wait, Candice LeRae is not dressed to compete. What gives?
Becky, you didn't honestly think I'd be facing you tonight, did you? I tapped you out last week, and you expect me to stoop down to your level? Absolutely not. Sure, Rhea Ripley eliminated me last week, and she was the better woman that night, but Becky, I've been the better woman between us for over a decade plus. While you were off becoming a headlining superstar for breaking your little nose and bleeding a trickle of blood in 2018, I was wrestling guerrilla warfare matches with a crimson mask that would make Jim Ross shiver back in 2014. A crimson mask, mind you, that got me blacklisted for nearly 4 years from that same company you became a star in. But that's nothing new with you and your little horsewomen, is it? Stealing from those who came before you and presenting our groundwork as your own? For years, I have had to sit back and listen to the utter bullshit that you and 3 other women caused an entire evolution of this business. No, you didn't. You know you didn't. The groundwork that women like myself, that women like Nicole Matthews, that women like Portia Perez laid out in companies like Shimmer, that is where the evolution started. But you wouldn't understand that, would you? Because you were there with the rest of us, grinding to change the landscape of professional wrestling as we knew it. Then one moment, you were gone. Retired from the business because you couldn't handle it anymore until a fat contract fell into your lap. I remember everything, Becky, and I've known for years that I am 10 times the professional wrestler that you are. Last week, I proved it. And this week you're gonna be wrestling, just not against me. I found you the perfect replacement, though. Someone who understands everything that I've been through. Someone who understands the way.
What do you mean you have found someone that follows the way? That is Tegan Nox! And she's wearing the same shirt that Candice LeRae is. That parody of the Man t-shirt. Oh my God, Becky Lynch going one-on-one, I suppose, with Tegan Nox tonight, even though it was supposed to be that woman there, Candice LeRae. Nevertheless, Tegan Nox, Becky Lynch is on the agenda now. Pay no mind to the un-ECW branded referee. Universe mode still a little broken. Becky Lynch coming out the gate with a shoulder tackle, trying to show it doesn't matter who's in the middle of that ring. Oh, and look at that, looking at Candice LeRae as she wrenches on the arm of Tegan Nox in the early goings of this one. And Candice LeRae now looking under the ring, grabbing a sledgehammer. Drop kick from Tegan Nox, dropping Becky down. Those were strong, and I mean absolutely strong words from Candice LeRae, claiming that Becky Lynch has essentially taken the groundwork of the foundation that herself and other women in professional wrestling that came before the horsewomen set. And I mean, let's be honest here, call a spade a spade. It's hard to argue with Candice LeRae. Long before an evolution began in the World Wrestling Entertainment, there was a women's evolution that started ages before that at Shimmer. There was a lot of evolution that started at Shine, over in companies such as Stardom. There is so much history when it comes to Becky Lynch and Candice LeRae that I feel as though we have not even been unearthed on yet. Referee at a count of 8 here. Becky Lynch getting into the ring. Tegan Nox now getting into the ring. But what is this allegiance that Tegan Nox has now found herself with Candice LeRae? Of course, we know that LeRae and Tegan have history together in their own right, but never did I expect tonight on the second episode of ECW Hardcore Hotline, our first from the ECW arena, that Tegan Nox would be the one opening things up here tonight against Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch now pulling her in, drives her down. She's got the arm. She's got the arm. No, Tegan able to break free. I thought Becky might have snapped it there. You know, Becky Lynch cannot be too happy with this one. Whipping off Becky. Spine buster there from Tegan. Tegan now looking to follow in the footsteps of Candice LeRae, looking to shock everyone with a win here over Becky Lynch. And now with Becky on the ground, Tegan calling for her to get to her feet. What could she be looking for here? Oh my God. Big time tope suicida. My goodness. That was incredible. Tegan Nox, another superstar who was wrestled down in Shimmer, just as Candice LeRae has, just as Becky Lynch has. She knows the history there as well. This goes back over a decade plus, and now it is boiled over here in the land of the extreme. We have a huge card here tonight. As you know already, the ECW World Television Championship Tournament is beginning. Wait a minute. Becky Lynch and Candice LeRae. Candice just threw Becky into the ring. Oh my God. You got to have eyes in the back of your head when you're dealing with the wicked pixie known as Candice LeRae. Look at this. Exposing the steel buckle in the bottom left-hand corner now, as Tegan Nox with a suplex to Becky Lynch, driving her down into the mat. Kick to the gut there from Tegan. Tegan now, what could she be looking for? Big time flip pile driver. Welsh Destroyer, but it's a rope break. Becky Lynch able to get a foot under the bottom rope to break the hold. Oh my God, speaking of breaking, we might have just saw a broken chin, maybe a jaw there of Tegan Nox. Tegan coming in hot. Big spine buster there. Tegan trying to impress, I would assume so anyways, Candice LeRae. Of course, LeRae saying that Tegan also knows the way, whatever that means. Oh, what is Tegan looking for? Go for the cover here. Here we go. Can she get it? 1, 2. No, kick out at 2 there. Becky Lynch keeping the fight alive. Imagine the scenes if Becky Lynch loses not once but twice in a row. Candice LeRae, you would have to assume, would start to feel right in that sense. Oh my God, what a kick to the chest there. Becky, of course, game planned all week for getting her redemption against Candice LeRae, only for Candice LeRae to pull. No! Oh my God, that exposed buckle. And now Tegan getting her up. Oh my God, what is Tegan looking for here? Big arm drag off the top. Calling for her to her feet. Kick to the knee. Coming off. Shiniest Wizard. Going for the cover. 1, 2, 3. No! Becky Lynch keeping this one alive. And Tegan is furious. She's beside herself. But she's going to the top. Nothing can stop her. She's all the way up. Calling for Becky Lynch to get to her feet. Molly go round. Referee, though, distracted. Turning around. 1, 2. No, that moment, that second with the referee's back to the action, you have to think just cost Tegan Nox the win right there anyways. Drop down, get your eagle on. Big uppercut from Tegan following it up. Of course, this Welsh wrestler, no stranger to competition, calling once again now. Becky Lynch to get to her feet with another tope suicida. And Tegan Nox has Becky Lynch exactly where she wants her. Wait a minute. No. She was looking for the choke slam there. Becky with a big elbow to counter. Lifts Tegan up. But Tegan's going around and going after the leg of Becky Lynch. We are at a count of 5 now as Tegan rolls Becky back into the ring. Tegan Nox has looked incredible this entire match. Take nothing away from Becky Lynch, however. We know the track record of Becky Lynch. She could turn it back on a moment's notice, but look at the viciousness of Tegan Nox as she drives Becky Lynch into the mat with a kick to the back following suit. Oh my God, big overhand. Forearms, has her hooked. German suplex dropping Becky Lynch. And now Becky back on her feet, rolling Savant. Oh, shiniest Wizard! But again, the referee distracted with that buckle that Candice LeRae had set up. Is LeRae trying a little too hard? Because look at that. Becky was done. Becky was out. That would have been it. Oh my God. Tegan now lifting Becky to her feet. Becky with a counter and a clothesline, taking Tegan down. Another one. Oh, the last kicker with a lariat, leg lariat there. Becky grabbing Tegan by the hair, but Tegan's fighting back. Has her locked up. Hooks her. Nice suplex there, driving Becky down into the mat. Look at this cold, calculated attack from Tegan Nox. Of course, Candice knew she was going to replace herself for almost a week now. So you have to think Tegan's had a week to prepare for Becky Lynch for the biggest fight of her life. But Becky, on a moment's notice, trying to fight back, trying to show why she is the man, why she deserves to have another shot at the ECW Women's World Championship. Going up to the middle rope. Big time leg drop from Big Time Bex. Going for the cover, but the referee. Oh my God, Candice LeRae continually getting her nose in the business of this matchup. Becky now lifting Tegan Nox to her feet, turning around. Becky with a manhandle slam, going for the cover. 1, 2, 3. Ladies and gentlemen, Becky Lynch is your winner. And you have to think, had Candice LeRae not pulled the buckle earlier, Tegan Nox had Becky Lynch beat. Oh my goodness, what is this going to do to the psyche of Candice LeRae going forward?
Oh my dog, bigger than
When the ECW World Television Championship Tournament was announced, I knew I needed to be in it. The World Television Championship was held by so many wrestlers that I have idolized my entire career. Two Cold Scorpio, Eddie Guerrero, Dean Malenko, and of course, Rob Van Dam. It was a championship in ECW that never felt second fiddle to the World Championship because of the talent those men I named had. Talent that I know I have. Talent that I know the Philly fans know I have. When ECW went away for all those years, pro wrestling lived on in that bingo hall on the corner of Swanson and Rittner. I have had some of my best matches inside of that building. Matches that had the entire world buzzing. Matches that had everyone in the industry saying that I was one of the best wrestlers in the world, that I was the best thing going in pro wrestling today. Life's a cycle though, and everyone gets replaced eventually. There's a new wrestler that is the talk of the industry. There's a new wrestler that everyone is saying is one of the best wrestlers in the world. I want to find out if it's true, so I'm calling my shot. Konosuke Takeshita. Next week in the first round of the ECW Television Championship Tournament, we go 1-on-1. I want to know what all the buzz is about because people are talking recklessly now. When they say things like Takeshita has all the buzz that guys like Ricochet and Will Ospreay once had. Right. Next week, Konosuke Takeshita, I am not only punching my ticket one step closer to the ECW World Television Championship, I am proving that I am still one of the best wrestlers alive. I am proving that for as good as you are, there are levels to professional wrestling. I am proving that I am the one and only.
What an announcement that is! Next week in the ECW World Television Championship Tournament, we will see a dream match as Ricochet takes on Konosuke Takeshita. But right here, right now, we kick off the ECW World Television Championship Tournament with Dominik Mysterio going one-on-one with Ilja Dragunov. And there you see it. Dirty Dominik Mysterio on his way down to the ring. A second generation ECW wrestler making his ECW debut here tonight. But who could forget all of the classics, the instant classics that his father, Rey Mysterio Jr. had in ECW oh so many years ago. But tonight, Dirty Dominik Mysterio looks to etch his name into the ECW history books with a win that could further launch him into being one step closer to the ECW World Television Championship. The question I have, though, is when Dirty Dominik Mysterio gets into that ring with somebody the caliber of Ilja Dragunov, especially when there is no one at ringside with him, how will he fare? How will he be able to compete? It's the question on everyone's mind. Usually this man is flanked with many others. Tonight, he does it alone. Can he do it? Especially, as I mentioned, against someone that is a world-class ass beater known as Ilja Dragunov. Whether he can or not, we know one thing for sure. This is about to be a fight. And there you hear it. The music that is the symphony of destruction for his opponents as Ilja Dragunov makes his way into the ECW arena here on Hardcore Hotline, Episode 2. And Ilja Dragunov looks to advance into the next stage of this ECW World Television Championship Tournament. Now, a lot of people have been asking, how is this tournament going to work? How many people are involved? And I'm here to break it down for you. in this opening round, if you will. There are going to be 2 sets of matches, as there are tonight. We have Ilja Dragunov versus Dominik Mysterio, as well as Bronson Reed versus Chad Gable. The winners of those 2 matches will then go on to face one another. The winner of that match qualifies for the ECW World Television Championship 3-way dance match. That's right. So next week, Ricochet versus Konosuke Takeshita, we know, is one of the ECW World Television Tournament qualifying matches. But what will be the other one? I have been told we are going to find out later tonight. But right now, it is time for Ilja Dragunov versus Dominik Mysterio. And this one is about to be good. Oh my goodness. You look into the eyes of a cold-blooded killer like Ilja Dragunov, and it sends chills down your entire body, down your entire being. But enough time for talking. It's now time to see who's going to advance further in this tournament. Will it be Dominik Mysterio? Will it be Ilja Dragunov? If I was a betting man, my money would have to be on Ilja Dragunov. However, let's be honest, I've lost quite a many bets in my days. Dominik Mysterio could get the job done just like anyone else can. On any given night, it can be your night, but it only takes your shoulders being down for a count of 1, 2, 3, or a tap out for you to be out. But Dominik Mysterio was looking for a springboard moonsault, only for Ilja Dragunov to roll out of the way. In the early goings here, Dominik Mysterio's been on top. Look at that. Trying not to hear the boos from the crowd, only for Dragunov to take advantage. That's something that Dominik Mysterio is not going to be able to do. He's not going to be able to allow Ilja Dragunov to get a moment of offense in, because that is a sadistic son of a bitch. He doesn't give a damn. He will do whatever it takes. Oh my God. What a spine buster there. Going for the cover. Here we go. 1. Oh, count of 1. But I got to be honest with you. I feel as though Dragunov's hand was under the bottom rope. Wait, quick roll up there by Dragunov. No count needed at all. Goes for a clothesline, connects with it, does Dominik Mysterio. Dragunov now rolling towards the ropes. Dominik Mysterio, of course, has a lot of love-hate when it comes to his father, Rey Mysterio Jr. But you have to wonder, is Rey Mysterio Jr. in the back watching this matchup? Is he proud of his son for being in the ECW World Television Championship tournament to begin with? You would have to think so. Given their relationship, it might be a little rocky. But at the end of the day, Rey has to be proud that Dominik Mysterio is trying to do something that he was never able to accomplish, and that is winning the ECW World Television Championship. Ilja Dragunov, though, not going to allow that to be a walk in the park. He is going to absolutely beat the holy hell out of Dominik Mysterio, as you have already seen thus far. Just taking the fight to Dom. Wait a minute! Tope Suicida! And Dragunov just completely obliterated Dominik Mysterio with that one. Oh my God. Dragunov now lifting Dom up, going for a powerbomb, but no. It's the shots from Dominik Mysterio that keeps this one alive for the man. Nice Russian leg sweep there. Lifting Dragunov up now. Big shot, big shot, big shot. Oh my God, follows it with a clothesline. Referee at a count of 5. Dominik Mysterio breaking the count. Lifting Dragunov up to his feet now. Gonna pull him in. Has him hoisted. Big time suplex there. That's 1. Oh, here it go. That's 2. And he's going for the last one. 3 Amigos connects. Doing that in honor of another former ECW wrestler, a former ECW World Television Champion, of course, his uncle Eddie Guerrero. Rolling Ilja Dragunov in the ring. And you know, whoever you may talk to, some may even say that that's Dominik's father. As Dominik Mysterio hitting a springboard frog splash, go for the cover. 1, 2. No, Dragunov able to get the shoulder up. And now Dominik going all the way up. Nothing can stop him. He's all the way up. calling for Dragunov to his feet. Big time. The referee's down. Oh my God. That crossbody took out not only Dragunov, but also took the official out as well. And Dragunov was able to counter that running drop kick and now brings the pressure, brings the attack right back to Dominik Mysterio. Whipping him off, coming back in. Oh my goodness, nice leapfrog followed up by a drop down, get your eagle on, and a big time German suplex there. Oh my God, just a backhand. Dragunov looking to whip Dom off. Dom counters though. Drop down, get your eagle on. Leapfrog. Oh, nice uppercut from Dominik Mysterio. Springboard moonsault connects. Dom going for the cover. And here we go. 1, 2. No, Dragunov able to get the shoulder up. You see the frustration starting to build in Dominik Mysterio. Dom working on that arm. Oh my God, just a kick to the abdomen right after. Has him up now. Jawbreaker connects. I don't care how big your facial hair is. That's going to hurt every day of the week. Dominik Mysterio now with a frog splash. Going for the cover. 1, 2, 3. Ladies and gentlemen, Dirty Dominik Mysterio has done it. He is advancing in this tournament. And I said it at the top of this match, if I was a betting man, my money would be on Ilja Dragunov. Well, guess what? The house is taking my money tonight. Dominik Mysterio has advanced.
I don't like you, why you always trying to follow me? I'm your king, I'm your love, I'm your diamond piece. Take this emotion that just found its way inside of me. Since it
Rhea, Dom, hey, guys. Are you going to tell us anything about maybe you talking next? Okay, you're just going to leave. Right. I don't get paid enough for this. I don't get paid at all. Are you ready for some tag team action? Because the full-blooded Italians are making their way down to the ring. Gabagoo, what are you doing? Motherfucker. Look at that. Tony D'Angelo, Channing, Stacks Lorenzo making their way down to the ring, of course. The full-blooded Italians back in the day ran Mob Deep. R.I.P. to Tracy Smothers. Ladies and gentlemen, Channing, Stacks Lorenzo, Tony D'Angelo looking to carry on the tradition that the full-blooded Italians brought to ECW. But they don't have an easy task when it comes to that, as they go up tonight against DIY. Two men who are oh so familiar with the ECW arena. Not under the ECW banner, but much as we heard from Ricochet earlier in the night, this building became synonymous with independent professional wrestling. And these two men, Johnny Gargano, Johnny Wrestling, and Tommaso Ciampa, they have had absolute wars in this very building. Johnny Gargano and Ricochet actually had a couple of insane classics with one another inside of this very building. But tonight, it's not about singles action. Tonight, it's about tag team wrestling. And DIY look to defeat the full-blooded Italians to kick off some great momentum in this ECW Tag Team division. And with those ECW World Tag Team Championships being vacant right now, you gotta think both teams looking to come out strong in this one. They're looking to make an impact. They're looking to have a right to win those ECW World Tag Team Championships in the future. I have been told that we're going to find out more about how those ECW World Tag Team Championships are going to be crowned in the near future, but oh my God! What a way to kick things off. Johnny Wrestling hitting a huge apron DDT on Channing Stacks Lorenzo. My goodness. Of course, Johnny Gargano, one of the most seasoned men in this matchup. Oh, Channing Stacks Lorenzo with a nice counter there. Gonna throw Johnny back into the ring now. Goodness gracious, man. Referee had a count of 6. Johnny Gargano going after Tony D, but it was that momentary distraction from the Don that gave Channing Stacks Lorenzo a little upper hand, but no! Jumping DDT from Johnny Wrestling right there. Johnny Gargano now coming off the ropes, coming in hot. Nice STO right there, driving Channing down into the mat. You know, I mentioned it a little bit ago, but with those ECW World Tag Team Championships up for grabs, really, you know, both teams are vying for that win. Going for the cover. 1. No. A count of 1 is all he gets for his troubles thus far. Johnny Gargano now looking for the first tag in this matchup. Has him in the corner, and he's going to pull him out now. Yes, there it is. Tag, Tommaso Ciampa, legal man. Big drop kick. Oh, look at that. But it's Tony D'Angelo who is now legal, and he's going right after Tommaso Ciampa. Oh, my goodness. Taking Ciampa down before he can get any, and I mean any momentum started. Oh, but he's taking a little bit too much time to talk about the bada bing, bada gabagoo. Oh, my God. Ciampa laying Tony D out onto the knee, going for the cover. 1. No. Just a count of 1. The full-blooded Italians living up a legacy, as I mentioned earlier. Not only Tracy Smothers, but of course we got to talk about Little Guido. Oh, look at that. He said, forget about it before taking him out. My goodness. So many members of that former full-blooded Italians. Little Guido, Big Guido, Tracy Smothers, J.T. Smith. You had a lot of members in that faction. I wonder if we're going to see more members joining the FBI in the near future. Channing Stacks Lorenzo now legal man. Ciampa on the outside, but it looks like Stacks has his mind set up. He was going right after Johnny Gargano, and he took Gargano out. His attention now fully on Tommaso Ciampa. I don't think Ciampa realized Gargano got taken out until just now. DIY trying to fight from underneath here. Oh, my God, but don't ever doubt DIY. Don't ever doubt Tommaso Ciampa going for the cover. No, Tony D was right there to make sure that Channing Stacks Lorenzo could survive yet another day. Ciampa now locking up. No, Stacks with the whip off there. Drop down, get your eagle on. Leapfrog coming in hot. Big time kitchen sink. Follows it up with a fish drop right after. And now Channing Stacks Lorenzo looking to go all the way up. Oh my goodness, but Ciampa on his feet. Roll through. Oh my goodness. Ciampa's got him in a body slam. But wait, it's a roll up. Oh my God. No. Nothing on the count, but Ciampa's heart's got to be beating out of his chest right there. With a hand on the back of Stacks' neck. Ciampa now looking to tag out, and he does. Johnny Wrestling, the legal man. Coming in hot. Drop toe hold. Elbow drop connects. And it looks like Johnny Gargano looking to take down Tony D'Angelo. And he's going to apron DDT. DIY causing chaos everywhere they go. My God. Johnny Gargano and Stacks back on the outside of the ring. Referee had a count of 2 now. And Stacks thriving with those knees straight to the ribs. Count of 3 right after. Channing getting back in the ring, telling Gargano to come on now. Uh-oh. And Gargano will oblige. But it's a drop kick. Stop it. Look at Chris Boschneck. Look like an ostrich as Channing Stacks Lorenzo takes Gargano down. Springboard forearm follows suit. Going for the cover. 1. No, just a count of 1. Now Gargano with a springboard inverted Rana. 1, 2, no, count of 2. back-to-back, as a matter of fact. Springboard DDT! These two teams giving it everything they have. A fight for the right to call yourselves the best tag team in ECW. Oh my God, man. This has been electric from the opening bell. And Channing Stacks Lorenzo now looking to tag in the Don, and Tony D'Angelo is the legal man. But it's a big bicycle knee, baby. Only for Tony D'Angelo to get back to his feet with a nice counter. Has him pulled in. Northern Light suplex. Rolls through with it. Has him hooked. Fisherman Buster. Go for the cover. No, Johnny Gargano was right there, making sure he didn't get taken out. But Johnny Gargano, for his trouble, got taken out. My God, Tony D'Angelo's on fire. Whipping Gargano out of the ring. Ciampa taking Stacks Lorenzo down. But it's Tony D'Angelo who guillotines Ciampa right after. These men are going insane tonight. What a match here on Hardcore Hotline. Oh, look at the outside of the ring. Oh, look at that. A knee to the back of Tony D'Angelo, as a matter of fact. And Ciampa now lifting Tony D to his feet. Gonna drag him, looking to bring him back to the corner. Looking possibly for Johnny Wrestling to get the tag out. Oh no, instead Ciampa is just gonna light Tony D up with a chop right there. Going for the cover. 1, 2. Only a count of 2. And with Channing Stacks Lorenzo looking on, we know the Don rules the FBI now. The full-blooded Italians does have a leader. And what would have happened with that dynamic if Channing Stacks Lorenzo would have been the man not taking the fall here tonight? Big kick to the chest there of Tony D. And Tommaso Ciampa now tagging out Johnny Gargano, legal man. You're noticing from both teams are getting quick and frequent tags. That's because these are not inexperienced teams. These are both tag teams that have previous tag team championship gold around their waist. My goodness, Gargano dropping Tony D. And now Channing Stacks Lorenzo, legal man. And he's going to come in hot and heavy with a whip there. Waiting for it. Big time uppercut from Stacks Lorenzo. Oh, kicking him right in the face, right in the mush. And whoa. Lorenzo exposing that turnbuckle. What the hell? Uh-oh. And now he's going to whip Gargano off. Coming in hot. Drop down, get your eagle on. Big kitchen sink to follow suit. Tony D'Angelo now legal man. There is a buckle exposed. Referee has his back turned. Is not able to get Stacks out of the ring. Oh, my God. Look at this. Standing overing him menacingly. Oh, big strikes. Big strikes. Big strikes there. My God. Oh, and Channing Stacks Lorenzo getting out of there before the referee's going to disqualify him. Oh, Gargano working over the arm of Tony D'Angelo. Tony D now gonna throw Gargano right into the corner. This was the very same arena where Johnny Gargano, way back on the Independence against Ricochet, actually tore his back completely up. That man was unable to walk after that match. Tony D'Angelo looking to do the exact damn thing to Johnny G here tonight. 1, 2. No, kick out there by Gargano. Oh, Tony D'Angelo, Channing Stacks Lorenzo are conquering and dividing here in this one. You got to give credit to these two, man. The full-blooded Italians are coming out. Wait a minute. Tony D! No! No spaghetti sauce in the spaghetti. Forget about it. Uh-oh. Johnny G throwing Tony D into the Steely Steez, baby. Uh-oh. Gargano turning his attention to Tony D'Angelo, but it was a little too late as he just got clotheslined straight to hell. My God. Tony D'Angelo now just going after Johnny Gargano. Referee at a count of 6. We're at a count of 7 now. Johnny Gargano with a kip up, and he caught him. Tornado DDT. I believe we're at a count of 8. Count of 9. Wait, no, wait, not like this! Ladies and gentlemen, DIY have just picked up the win via a countout. Now I know this crowd here in Philadelphia does not like that. Damn it, I don't like that. But a win is a win, and DIY get the job done.
Kiefer Green, #1 Rocking Roller Motherfucker.
Next week on episode 3 of ECW Hardcore Hotline, the ECW World Television Championship Tournament continues as the dream match of Konosuke Takeshita versus Ricochet will take place. Not only that, but the ECW World Television Championship Tournament continues on as Carmelo Hayes goes one-on-one with longtime independent rival Daniel Garcia. Following that, it will happen again. There will be no countouts. This is a Philly street fight as the full-blooded Italians go up against DIY after what took place here tonight. And Candice LeRae must wrestle next week as Bianca Belair, the other woman who Candice LeRae tapped out in that Gauntlet Eliminator match on episode 1, looks to get redemption against Candice LeRae. And also we will hear from the ECW Women's World Champion Rhea Ripley on the next episode of ECW Hardcore Hotline. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and make sure you stick around because we are going to hear from the ECW World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins here tonight. We have our second ECW World Television Championship Tournament matchup happening right here, right now, as the colossal Bronson Reed makes his way down to the ring. Bronson Reed is a man that is world traveled. He is a man that can battle anybody on this ECW roster, and dare I say, he may be the baddest man on the entire roster. And tonight, he looks to advance in the ECW World Television Championship Tournament. This is a man where if he wins that ECW World Television Championship, you have to think ain't nobody gonna be able to take it from him. However, David versus Goliath is always an interesting matchup, isn't it? And when Bronson Reed competes tonight, he is going up against a David in his own right. And I'm going to shoosh please for Chad Gable as Chad Gable makes his way down to the ring. Thank you! As Chad Gable comes on down to the ring. This is a man with so much amateur wrestling background. This is a man who has been compared to those of Kurt Angle, those of Dean Malenko, many men who have walked these hallowed halls of ECW before. Chad Gable, an Olympian. This is a man that knows what he's doing. This is a man that can grapple with the best of them. Some would say he's one of the most underrated professional wrestlers today. Sure, he likes to be a little goofy sometimes. He likes to say, thank you. But trust and believe, this is a man you do not want to have your hands be gotten on by. But now, it's time. The ECW World Television Championship Tournament continues. We saw Dirty Dominik Mysterio defeat Ilja Dragunov earlier. Who is going to join Dirty Dominik Mysterio in the next round? And remember, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned after this match as we will hear from Seth Rollins, the ECW World Heavyweight Champion, right after this match concludes. There you see Bronson Reed, a boot to the throat of Chad Gable. These two men, man, you have to think have every possibility under the sun of making it to the top of the mountaintop, and they look to kick that mountain moving way here tonight as they go up against one another. Wrestling highly is about momentum, and they look to have the best momentum here. Bronson Reed, Tope Suicide! Oh my God! And he follows suit with a big-time elbow drop right after. Now just stomping on the hand of Chad Gable. Goodness gracious. We knew going into this one that Bronson Reed was going to have the power advantage. Not to discredit Chad Gable. He has lifted and thrown around some of the biggest men in all of professional wrestling. Oh, no. Oh, no. Bronson off the top. He's calling for Gable to get to his feet. Oh, my God. Big-time double axe handle from the top rope to the floor below. Bronson had to clear those steel steps to do it as well. Rolling now, Chad Gable into the ring. Bronson Reed has been picking apart Chad Gable since this match has begun. But Gable, never count him out, throwing Bronson almost into the ref. Oh, crossface applied. Bronson not going to tap out, using the strength to roll him over, getting him right off of him. Lifting up Chad Gable now, taking him to the corner. Oh, my God. Tailbone first into the top buckle. Bronson Reed just making whatever he wants out of this one with Chad Gable. But Gable with an ankle pick there. That's what I'm talking about with Chad Gable. You got to be weary of this man no matter where you're at in that ring. If he can get your hands on you, he's going to do what he wants to you. Whipping off Bronson Reed now. Nice Japanese arm drag there. Bronson Reed. Oh, wait a minute. Another crossface. I believe the game plan strategy, if I had to predict, is just to try to wear out Bronson Reed, but Bronson having to use that strength to roll over Gable, and again going for another crossface here. That's got to be what Gable's thinking. Just keep wearing down Bronson Reed. The more you wear the big man down, the better you're going to fare, because Chad Gable's got a gas tank a mile high. Oh my God, what a drop kick in the corner there. Chad Gable now going to yank Bronson out of the corner. Going for the cover right after. Here we go. One. No, count of one. Chad Gable has been applying a combo kick. Chad Gable with a huge combo kick to Bronson Reed. Gable charging the end. Tope! Suicida connects. Oh my goodness. Chad Gable is giving it everything he's got when the ECW World Television Championship is at stake. You're going to do whatever you can. Oh my God, and think about it. This is only the opening round of the ECW World Television Championship tournament. What will these men do when they get to that championship match? Oh no, Bronson looking to go off the top, but Gable getting to his feet. Bronson with a big crossbody. 1, 2, no. Gable able to get the shoulders up. Chad Gable surviving. Bronson Reed looks beside himself with that one. Oh, but it's going to be Bronson Reed now. No, Gable! Gable, Gable! Gable, Gable! Gable, Gable! Drop down, get your eagle on. Japanese arm drag connects. And Chad Gable now, oh my God, that thunderous forearm from Bronson Reed just lit him up like a Christmas tree. Chad Gable got boots to face right there by Bronson. Bronson gets him up, drives him right on his neck. Oh my God. That's it. That's gotta be it. 1, 2, 3. Ladies and gentlemen, it only takes one. I said it during his entrance. He is a devastating colossal who can end you at a moment's notice. Gable gave it everything he had, but Bronson Reed has put him down. And Bronson Reed advances to the next round in the tournament. After winning the ECW World Heavyweight Championship in the Gauntlet Eliminator match, it is now time we hear from our ECW World Heavyweight Champion. And would you look at that? Seth Rollins with an ode to a former ECW World Heavyweight Champion in Raven. Wow, man, look at that championship around the waist of Seth Rollins. It came down to Seth Rollins, AJ Styles, and Cody Rhodes. Then it came down to Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. Ultimately, Seth Rollins picking up the win and being the man to grab the flag and carry ECW into the new era. But what will Seth Rollins have to say here in the ECW arena live on ECW Hardcore Hotline? I think it's time we find out.
Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Extreme Championship Wrestling. Welcome to the new era of Extreme. Welcome to the era of Seth effin' Rollins. It's only fitting that a revolutionary like myself is the one who leads the new Extreme revolution in pro wrestling. Cody Rhodes, you tried your damnedest to put me away one more time, but you couldn't get the job done when gold was on the line. ECW was one of my favorite companies to watch growing up, and I always wanted to know what it would be like to step foot inside of an ECW ring. Go figure, the first night I do it, I become the ECW World Heavyweight Champion, a champion that every single one of you can be proud of. A champion that promises to elevate this entire damn company, even if I have to put it on my damn back to do so. I now bleed those letters, ECW. It's my promise to every single one of you that I will carry the torch of those who came before me, and I will lead ECW into the promised land. You all heard Paul Heyman last week. He said this was the land of the misfit toys, and I know that life all too well. I was struggling on the independent scene for years and years before I got the breaks that I did. And when I got those breaks, I made the absolute most of them. And that is exactly what I am going to do here in ECW. I am going to make the absolute most of this opportunity. I know how special this company is. I know how special you ECW Philly fans are. I know that I am going to come out here night in and night out and give you my absolute all every single time. I'm going to make sure that this company stays alive and well no matter what I have to do. They've called me so many things in my career. A revolutionary, a messiah, even an architect, which I think is the most fitting of them all right now. Because as your ECW World Heavyweight Champion, I am going to build the prestige in this company even higher than it once was, brick by brick. When it's all said and done, they're going to say that the Extreme Revolution was led by its forever ECW World Heavyweight Champion, Seth Rollins. They're going to say that the ECW Arena was a fitting name all that time ago, but now it'll be forever known as Seth fucking Rollins' house.
What? No! No way! There is no way that he is here in the ECW arena. I'm looking through my notes and I have nothing about this man being here. Seth Rollins clearly pissed. There's no way. Oh my God. Swerve Strickland has arrived in ECW and he is cut off Seth Rollins. Wait a minute, I'm being told we're out of time. No, it's just getting good.
Goodbye, goodbye, good friends, goodbye. 'Cause now it's time to go.